welcome to another episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game. Let's meet the panel.
Hi, I'm Nick.
I'm Tara.
And I'm Josh. And unfortunately, the person that was supposed to be on the panel had to back out today because of something that popped up. We just want to let you know that we're thinking about you, and we hope to have you back later in the season. But I like to have 4 people on a panel, and somebody taught me a trick as to how I can do this. They said to take a cookie, hold it out, and within 10 seconds, a panelist somebody could potentially pop up onto the panel. So, you think I should give it a shot?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Try
Okay.
it. Go ahead.
See if it's
Alrighty.
true.
Here's the cookie.
Yay!
It worked!
Hi! Hi everyone, how are we
Hello.
doing? How did you know I love cooking? Never mind, we already know.
I've
What's
known you
up
for
with it?
12 years.
I know, right? We go back.
But,
I will not eat this on camera.
So what's your name?
alright.
Do you want my alter ego?
No.
Do you want my ego alter?
No.
Oh, yeah, you
I
can use
think
those.
you're going to want these back.
I am? Oh, yeah. I just got so excited to see this. Thank you. And I'm on the panel. Is the other panelist okay, though? We
Yes.
hope? Okay?
She is, she just has something going on.
Okay. As long as they're okay, that's what matters.
We'll try to get her back on before the season's up.
All right. Well, as long as they're okay.
But speaking of
Discipline.
bringing in panelists, Nick, it's great to have you back this season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wish I could participate a bit more, but life's busy sometimes.
It is what it is. I'm happy to have you on when you're able to take part.
Yes.
Yes.
We are going to be doing, for the very first time, there is going to be 2 panels for one work. And the work that we're going to be discussing is Spirits of the Dead by Edgar Allan Poe. It is a poem from his youth, and it'll be very interesting to see how each panel interprets it and what direction the discussion goes. Tara, you have a discussion starter?
Yep. Who do you think is speaking in the poem, and what is their relationship to death and the afterlife?
As I mentioned, it was a youth poem, so I think that this is Edgar Allan Poe. I think there's a great remnant of him as a speaker. So I think that the voice is like teenager age, and he's looking at what he's lost at that time, and this is 1800s, so a lot of people have dealt with loss, and Edgar Allan Poe is one such person that dealt with loss in the way of death. And I think that this is his interpretation as to going out and approaching what the spirits of the dead may bring.
Well, we don't pull any punches. That was a really, really awesome discussion starter, and I'm trying not to eat this right yet. I'm trying to have a little bit of discipline on camera, also called torture. But I also wanted to make mention to, yes, I agree with you totally. Edgar Allan Poe, not the happiest childhood.
Not the happiest life.
Exactly. And childhood, especially your formative years, your teenage years, that's supposed to be when you're hopeful, you find someone you're interested in, and you set goals for yourself. You know, you put away, like, eating Legos and all. Not saying I did that, but we're just, put away some stuff, and then you, like, what do you want to do when you get older? And that was not really the case for Mr. Edgar Allan Poe here, and
I don't care what you do with that cookie.
Alright, well, I'll go then. I definitely see the aspect of, like, he definitely did, his life wasn't the best growing up. I believe he suffered with depression and alcoholism, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And he smoked opium.
Well, yeah.
The trifecta.
Honestly, it made him a better writer, to be honest. Anyway, no, but I could definitely see the aspect of, like, seeing it as losing all these people and stuff, but the way I took the poem was, like, the first stanza was, like, being in that negative mindset and, like, thinking of the gray tombstone or thinking of death. But then it goes on later and describes, like, sitting with those feelings and talking with I guess you could say, the deceased or your ancestors. And I looked at it as more of like a poem of meditation and sitting with your negative thoughts and talking with your ancestors or your higher power or your inner self and just talking to that. And
not even
being able to work through
ancestors. I think like contemporary, because his mother died when he was very young when his mother passed.
Yeah.
So it could be his recollection of interacting with his mother and
that
other,
as well,
just other.
But I didn't
contemporaries.
know this was one of his younger works. But I could definitely see, like, the creepy aspect that he took on later on. But I saw it as a very positive message.
I think you could see the creepy aspect, but also
I
I
see
think
the
that you-
gothicness of it.
Yeah, the dark
That's
god.
stuck- yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
that
power
would-
for you.
That
and
was
with young
like,
people,
that hit me right in the
and
face.
somewhat of that teenage angst as well,
Yeah,
because it
I
is.
see that too. Like
That's
the angst.
in this book. It's categorized as poems written in youth.
Yeah.
If I may, like, finish up what I was saying, you're all right, and when I got hit with that gothic darkness, right, it just hit me, and like I said earlier, those are the early years. You're supposed to be, happy and cheerful, hopeful, optimistic, and then and that's not the case for everybody, and especially this is also a time period, I'm sure we all know this, where the life expectancy was not that long. 50, 60 years old, you were considered eligible for Medicare. I'm just busting chops here, but it was not really. And this was his earlier work, so even then, this is, I guess, in my view, setting the pace, setting the tone. But is this going to be the rest of my life? Is this going to be how everything else goes? It turns out it was, in a way, but at that time, most people, if not like everyone, knew somebody that was gone on, and like I said, not the life expectancy we have today.
And yes, people did get sick and died from different.
Yeah.
They died from the typhoid and dysentery. But the one that really started to become evident come the 1900s was tuberculosis. It was evident. It happened in the 1800s because people like Henry David Thoreau died prematurely from TB. But
there was no antibacterial soaps. There was no.
And it was just poor hygiene too.
Yeah.
People didn't wash their hands the way. A lot of it came down to poor hand washing technique.
Yeah.
And that's why they
you can
hound
realize
it nowadays.
But
Portable hand sanitizer you can carry with you? They're probably a little jealous of us now.
was
But
that the thing?
hey,
But the thing is, there's nothing good. There's nothing great for like traditional warm water and like borderline hot water and soap, because like.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That does not replace hand sanitizer. All these moisture. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Was there
But
anything
still.
that especially stuck out in this poem to you?
the
Like
the,
particular lines or?
the imagery,
The stars. Oh, I'm sorry.
the imagery.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the imagery, like the speaker's voice in there. You could tell that he's young, like, and then like now you think about it, like how his life actually came to be. Maybe a self-fulfilling prophecy there. I
think it did create a really immersive image. I think that the last one in particular, when he mentions and I quote, the breeze, the breath of God is still, and the mist upon the hill, shadowy yet unbroken, is a symbol and a token, how it hangs upon the trees, a mystery of mysteries.
Yeah, I like that line too.
Because it's that aspect of nature that just cannot be explained, except with a belief in God, if that is
your belief.
or
whatever belief you can insert whatever you believe in that. That's how like.
And then that last line, the mysteries of mysteries, that even goes on, like, even if it's the aspect of him mourning his losses as well. Like, you could be thinking of, like, what's the mysteries of the afterlife.
Yeah.
Well,
Is there an
Yes.
afterlife? Is there a? I hear them all the time in the
seeing
church.
it as a young work of his mind was going in
Oh, yeah.
that creative expression at a young age.
Yes. And as I said before, you could see what direction he was going, but yet you could tell that it was. I think that you could tell that it is written by somebody who is.
And it's sad because majority of decent writers suffer from trauma or mental health or addiction, and it sucks to see, but it makes great work. It's sad to say.
Writing is an escape oftentimes.
Especially-
Yeah.
And music is also a great escape, especially drumming too. You're legally allowed to beat things and get away with it.
I mean, like, I write poetry and songs too, and majority of my favorite works that I've done are depressing.
Well, my favorite works are something that I was going through at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew it worked for you as well, and if it helps you, that's what matters.
It did.
There were no Oreo back in that time. There was no Snapple back in that time.
There's Need.
there
I mean,
was
technically, Oreos were around. They just weren't figured out they could be
exactly
made yet.
true.
Oreos came out in
12,
I want to say 1912, and I think it was just the cookie. Cream filling came later.
I believe so. Yes. Not. I don't think.
But
But anyway, it's like.
do we have any final thoughts?
Like I said, for it being an early work of his, seeing it slowly become what I know him as, his like horror style, I really enjoyed the work.
Okay.
Plus the time that I read it seeing how I took it as the meditation form, I needed to read it when I read it, and it fit with my life at the time. So I was really good. I was really happy I read it when I needed to.
I'm glad my pick did something for you.
I thought it was a good poem. I
It was
thought it was
definitely
very. I thought it was thought-provoking, very well written, and I think that.
And it flows very nice. Like it's a nice flowing poem.
I like him. I like Edgar Allan Poe is one of my favorite writers,
Me too.
and most things he puts out, I really always enjoyed, and it's really good. Most of his work, if all of his works, are really good discussion points. So really good to it's a good book club pick, literary gallery pick. So
We've gone over quite a few of his works.
And I was going to also say this too. I don't want to deviate anymore, but the psychological aspects of what a person goes through, especially at that young age, it's already sort of embedded into your head. It's, I don't know if this can be considered, if we really want to go so far over and really overreach, and can this be considered like a psychological thriller? But it's not. Obviously, it's poetry, but makes you think a little bit outside the box of chocolates, and it just to me was a punch in the face. Like, wow, this person really suffered, really suffered, and is probably going to continue.
I wouldn't consider a punch in the face. More so, it would be like a, as I think I'm more on Nick's line with.
Well, of course, yeah.
Just decompressing.
Decompressing, yeah. Like letting someone know how I feel, and
Venting.
venting. Yeah.
Right. If you're interested in reading this and any of other Edgar Allan Poe's works, here's the complete tales and poems. This is where I refer to just about everything I need as far as Edgar Allan Poe
Who's
is
the
concerned.
publisher, if you don't mind me asking?
It was published.
Beautiful artwork.
Castle Books.
Castle
published
Books.
it.
Okay.
It was. This includes his short stories, his miscellaneous poems, and his poems written in youth.
I need to get on more Edgar Allan Poe
Already.
readings.
Nick, I want to thank you for coming back.
Yay!
Tara, it's always nice to have you here, and Charlie, I really appreciate you
Spawning in.
coming in on board.
I knew I smelled a cookie from 3 towns away.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I'm glad I was able to help.
Next episode is going to be a discussion about the same work, only you're going to have a panel of Larry, Cindy, Aiden, and Ari taking part. And we'll leave a link down below to that discussion, and in turn, you can also find this discussion in their description. So it'll be interesting to hear what you think about both and the direction that everybody takes. And be sure to join us next time on that other episode of Literary Gladiators. And for now, keep reading.
And eating.